This road to vision fulfillment has its valleys and peaks. Been battling these thoughts of retiring or living average at least. Had to get a 9 to 5 to fund righteous endeavors. Were way too heavy on my conscience, laundering the league of cheddar.
So everybody, my name is Jay English, and I am the founder and the CEO of Plain English, where we help out all over the place, all out in the community, predominantly helping building bridges though. Building bridges to address issues of race and culture and diversity through honest conversations. And I am happy to be here having a conversation with what I would call a real friend. And you know how growing up, your mama looks at you and she says, you know, if you get 1 or 2 good friends, you got something special.
Yes,
well, you know
sir.
what? I thank God for this brother here, who has been a real friend.
Same here.
You know folks as friends when they don't even know what you can do and who you are, and you know, we clicked before any of this even started happening.
Yeah.
So that's just been a blessing. But I'm here with Daniel Harris, otherwise known as DH.
My brother. How you
This
doing?
independent artist
Yeah.
of the world. I say of the world. I'm gonna go ahead and just speak it, of the world.
I receive it. I receive
Who is
it.
receiving accolades and who
Very
has
proud.
so many doors opening for him. And he's a musician, he's a bass player, phenomenal spoken word and rap artist, like just doing amazing things. I'm so glad to be sitting here with him, and I just want to tell you how proud I am and how happy I am for you.
Thank you.
And what's happening. You know, I'm just like a little fly on the wall. I'm looking like, ooh!
No, that fly is very important. You believe that. Pastor Jay, you've been there for me just as much as you said that I've been there for you. And it's been a great journey, man. You know, building our brotherhood and our friendship with music, with the social media, with everything. But outside of that, you know, I respect and I admire and look up to you as a person, you know. So you've been helping to keep me sharp, not only, you know, musically, but also personally. And I can't put a price tag on that. So I appreciate it.
Man, thank you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, we got to jump into these questions, man. People want to know, how are you doing? Obviously, there's a pandemic. It's all type of crazy stuff happening.
Yeah.
You know, folks is flipping out. You know, folks want to wear masks. They don't want to wear masks.
Yeah.
You know, folks is in the streets over social justice and everything else. But during all of this, how are you?
Man, I am blessed. I'm appreciative for where I am right now as an independent artist. I have no complaints, you know. Saying that I'm better than blessed, I don't know what the word would be that would be better than blessed.
Yes.
But whatever that is, that's what I am. Man.
That's
I
awesome.
have no complaints. I'm just appreciative for where I'm at right now. So, yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, looking back kind of over the course of 2020, you know, what are you most proud of from the things you've accomplished this year?
Man, it's been so many different things that have happened over the course of the last couple of months. You know, we were able to release the first independent film with Plain English, Trust the Process, the documentary. That was the first film, the first installment.
Bro, that was crazy because that was like literally the first time I ever done something like that.
Yeah, me too. We did it first together, man.
Yes.
Like, you know, doing something independently like that was it was exhilarating for me because we were literally learning on the spot as we did the documentary. You know, we're learning from each other, taking cues from each other.
Yeah.
And that was a beautiful experience. We were able to have the private showing, the screening for Trust the Process, the movie. That went well. Had a great turnout even in the midst of a snowstorm. You know, people came out. The album that came, you know, that was released in conjunction with the independent film did very well and is doing very well. I think that's up to at least, if I'm not mistaken, close to 300,000 international streams right now.
Wow.
And that's a blessing.
Wow.
Being able to work with Jadakiss, that was a blessing. Double XL, man, you know, I knew about that one. I knew about the Double XL thing last year. You know, I was able to get with a publicist, Magasia, down in Miami, Florida, and she presented the opportunity for me to be in there for all of the traction that, you know, I've been blessed to have up until this moment. And she was like, "Yeah, you need a spot in there, man." I'm like, okay. And so when everything happened with COVID, it actually pushed the date back. And so my plan initially was to be in the Double XL. It was supposed to come out in February. That's why I released Trust the Process, because it was going to be something that all of that was going to come together. But I didn't realize that things would get pushed back. It was actually supposed to come back in March. Come out in March. I apologize. But thankfully, you know, they rescheduled the date, and I was able to release the Process Continues EP, which is doing phenomenal. I would say my EP, The Process Continues, is probably my most well-received project since I've been doing independent music on the gospel side, on the inspirational side, since 2007.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Well, you already know how I feel about angel investors. So,
It's
if you haven't listened to that album, whole album is fire.
Yeah.
But I still say Angel Investor is my personal favorite.
Yeah, shout out Mario J. Brown for being on the hook on that joint, man. It's so well received. I wasn't expecting that. And then for the Process Continues EP, which Angel Investors is on, to reach number 25 and on the iTunes list, and it ranked higher than Eminem, Tupac's Greatest Hits, and then it was Doggy Style by Snoop.
That's crazy.
Insane, man. When I tell you my phone was on fire, like, yo, who is this? Out of Milwaukee, man. Like, hey, can we have a meeting with you? No, you weren't showing the same love before. No, wait a minute. Keep that same energy, bro. No, I'm doing this independent, like we've been doing. Y'all can keep not paying attention or pay attention, and you may learn something, you know, with God's help. So, you know, but what I can say is I'm very appreciative to God and my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for opening doors for me to be effective musically. And I'm very, very appreciative to my supporters, man. I could not have been in that position to be number 25 or accomplish many of those things musically if it wasn't for my supporters in Milwaukee, Chicago, down south, you know, California, and even overseas, man, that have been still listening to it. They'll send me videos of them riding around listening to it, or just going about their daily duties listening to the music. It's really been incorporated in people's lives, man. And it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing.
That's so awesome. Mm-hmm. You know, like with everything that you're doing, what's the driving force for you behind, man, really the motivation that you seem to just incorporate into everything? You have this don't quit. You will outwork anybody and everybody. Like, this brother is serious. Like, so literally, okay, when I listen to, again, I'm gonna keep plugging Angel Investor. When I listen to that song and this brother is talking about, I ain't got no TV, I'm barely putting food on the table, I'm doing everything. You're like, I got rid of my cable. Like, he's just going out the list of all the stuff, all the sacrifices you made. What's the driving force behind that?
For me, I want to be impactful. You know, I believe that success is a byproduct of impact and influence. I want to be positively impactful. I want to be positively and godly influential in the lives of people that trust me enough to listen to what I have to say, you know? Because I know I'm not going to be here forever. I'm going to be here for a long time because I've been granted long life, know? I've been granted long life. But, you know, when it's all said and done, I really want people to know that, like, I love God, you know what I'm saying? I genuinely love God. In spite of my flaws, my imperfections, you know, I love God, and I really want to please Him more than I want critical acclaim, you know what I'm saying? More than I want to be seen, you know? And I also want to leave a legacy for my family, you know, my future family. I don't have, you know, a wife and children now, you know, but I'm already thinking about how the decisions that I make now can affect them, you know, and affect my children, my children's children, on down to the next 5th and 6th generations that will come from me. You know, I'm being mindful of those things. And also, you know, another part of the driving force for me is making people proud that really matter to me. I'm not saying that everybody doesn't matter, because every life is valuable.
Absolutely.
You know, but it's certain people, man, that were with me, you know, when I didn't have nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? There were people that were with me that that stood by my side while I was doing time in prison. You know, there were people that spoke into me while I was using drugs and while I was selling drugs. And, you know, when I got kicked out of every Milwaukee public school I ever attended, and they still spoke into me and said that I was intelligent and that I was fearfully and wonderfully made, those people really matter to me. And so living a life either in front of the cameras or away from the cameras that would make them proud is also a part of my driving force, which is like my mother, you know, also respect to my father, you know, my family on both sides, you know, and real friends, man. You know, you're one of my real friends. And so I'll use this as an example. If you're my friend and I'm connected to you, and I'm out and I'm doing things that is contradictory to the platform that I've been blessed to build, then that doesn't just affect me. It affects you too.
Yes.
Because then now people are saying, oh yeah, you friends with Jay, right? DH is out here. He wilding. If that's your friend, go tell him to calm down. His life is out of whack. Go talk to him, you know. But when I win, it's also a win for us collectively, because it's like, oh, he's connected to something honorable. You know what I'm saying? He's connected to something that's, you know, that's worthy of a salute and respect, you know. So for me, that's important. That's very important, knowing that I'm a reflection of the people that really believe in me. So
That's great.
yeah.
Now, I know with all that motivation and drive, is you got a little bit of hustler in you too.
Absolutely. I'm from the north side of Milwaukee County, man. Let's not get it twisted, bro.
This brother got more hustles. I'm like, you selling t-shirts, you selling DVDs. This brother put his last album on something that looked like a cassette tape.
Yeah.
But it had a USB port on the side. Hey, for a few extra dollars, you can get your disc to look like
the whole joint for $50. I still got them if you need them now. dhmusic.com. Hello.
Where does that hustler mentality come from?
Man, it comes from two places. Well, a couple of places. The first place is my mother did an amazing job of exposing us to things that maybe some of my peers from my environment that I grew up in wasn't exposed to. Meaning she was intentional about introducing us to African American entrepreneurs at a very early age.
Okay.
One of the very first jobs I ever had, salute to this woman of God, her name was Yolanda Baker, and she had a catering service, and she was a black caterer, you know, and that was like one of our first jobs, and I remember being super excited being able to go and work for her. And then by the time I was 11, I would say 11, 12 years old, I had my first business when I was 11. I was cutting grasses, but my mother would say, don't just say you're cutting grass, say that you're a lawn maintenance technician.
Uh-oh.
I said, what is that? That sounds extravagant. Yes. I like it. I ain't just cutting grass. I'm a lawn maintenance technician.
That's awesome.
So we had so many clients at one point. Not only did it help to pay for my trip to London, because I spent the whole summer in London based off of the money that was generated from there, wow. But then also it got so busy to the point where I had to hire my father for assistance. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah. And so being exposed to entrepreneurship from that regard is one place that I got my hustle from. Another place was, you know, everybody in my family is not close to the cross, so.
So you learned some other hustles?
I learned, you know.
You well-rounded.
Yeah, well-rounded, you know. It's just, you know, and the things that I saw that were accumulated from their entrepreneurial endeavors. It was like fascinating to me, you know. And I saw how when they would show up in places, it'd be a different level of respect for their presence being shown. You know, the jewelry and stuff. It's not that I'm trying to be boastful, because anybody that knows me knows I would prefer to be in the background, you know, kind of chill. But like that's what I'd seen growing up, you know. And so it's just a reminder of where I come. Like even stuff like this, most people be like, "Oh, that's too big." But the hustlers that I grew up around dressed a certain way. They carried themselves a certain way. They carried their business endeavors a certain way. And so I learned from afar how to carry myself as an entrepreneur from their example. And then also, thirdly, you know, from my own personal experiences, man, from, you know, being on them corners on the north side, you know what I'm saying? You learn what to do and what not to do very quickly. But when I had time to sit down and really take my life into perspective, I realized that, you know, you can have the same hustle, but a different product and a different intention, and it'll still be effective. You know what I'm saying? So I thank God for not stripping me of that gift, but refining it and allowing me to learn how to use it for a positive reason that He could get glory from. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hustling is just means somebody who's hardworking, somebody who will outwork the other person, somebody who will outserve the next person. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna beat me serving. You're just not, you know. And that's my mentality. That's my mentality, man. And it's helped me to accomplish a lot in a relatively short period of time. So I'm grateful for that.
Awesome. What's the legacy that you want to build? You know, what do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for being a person of action, you know, being a person of action. It's one thing to talk. It's one thing to talk. We hear a lot of people talking, especially now. Social media has given everybody the platform to have a voice. And certain people's voices aren't even like warranted. They're not like needed. It's not something of substance that they're given. They're just talking because they have the ability to talk. But for me, I want to be a person of action. You know, I want to be remembered as somebody who was dependable. You know what I'm saying? I want to be remembered as somebody who loves people, love my community, and even though I can't be there all the time when things are occurring, like my heart is always there, and when I can show up, I do show up. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I also want to be remembered as an intelligent young business person, you know, because when it's all said and done, Pastor Jay, I'm telling you, man, the stuff that we're doing right now, they're gonna be studying this at Harvard in 15 years, man. I'm telling you, it's incredible because we're not in a primary market, we're in a secondary market in Milwaukee, and so the things that are occurring right now, a lot of people are catching up to it now, but they don't realize like this work has been going on since 2007.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for it to be coming out of a secondary market and for it to be impactful like that, I want people to know, like, when they think of Milwaukee, they won't just think of the negative statistics, us being at the top of the list for all of the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? But they'll remember there was this one guy, man, that really impacted lives, not only locally and nationally, but internationally in a positive way from his business endeavors and from his musical perspective. That's the legacy that I would like to leave. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Now, you made a reference to earlier about, you know, success coming from impacting lives. How are you using your current platform to impact people's lives?
I think first of all, for me, it's transparency, you know, being transparent within my music and even in, you know, one-on-one conversations that I have on a daily basis. That transparency is priceless.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times in the music industry, you know, a lot of artists, they go for putting out music that will show you one side of the story. Show you one side. They're gonna show you the glamour. They're gonna show you the lights, camera, the action, the jewelry, the pretty girls, the nice cars, the nice homes. And that is attainable. That is real. But what they are not showing you, and being transparent enough to show you a lot of times, is how are you going about acquiring these things? Mm-hmm. Like, what sacrifices, negative sacrifices, are being made in order for those people to attain those things? How many people did you have to step on in order to get right there? You know what I'm saying? Or are you a person of integrity? You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to show people, integrity. You know what I mean? Not perfection, but integrity, man. That's currently how I'm using my platform. And when I speak, it's with intentionality, it's with anointing, and it's with it's being mindful of the fact that I have so many young people listening to what I'm saying, mm-hmm. that I just can't let anything just come out of my mouth. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Another way that I am being impactful is away from the camera. I try to give back when I can, however I can, to my community, man. We have a lot of people that's out here hurting, you know what I mean, for one reason or another. Yeah. And I feel like I've been sent here to not only be a messenger, but also to be like the hands and feet of God, man, to really touch people's lives, There's nothing more important than that to me, outside of God himself, man. Is really being impactful and reaching people, whether it's through community initiatives, whether it's through, like I said, one-on-one conversations, whether it's through, giving real life wisdom and, advice through the music platform, man. That's how I'm currently giving back. And if there are other things that I can do in the future, I definitely will. But sometimes it's kind of time consuming trying to do, doing so many things, balancing so many things, but like I said, when I can give back, I will, and I will continue to do that. No matter how high God take me, I'm always come back to Milwaukee and give back to my people, man. So,
I love hearing that. Love hearing that.
Yeah.
So we're coming down to the last question, so I got to be nosy.
Okay.
I need to know what DH is planning. You got a couple months left in 2020.
Yes.
And then 2021 is right around the corner.
Yeah.
So what are kind of some your plans? What are some things you're getting off into for the rest of this year? Mm-hmm. And then give us a little sneak peek of 2021.
Okay. 2020, you will be hearing a single from DH and the Next Level Band. Okay. That's gonna be.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Oh, you'll be the first to hear it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear it's the single, The Plug remix, the live version. We're actually putting together our project now, DH and the Next Level Band. The album is called Live from the Next Level.
Bro,
so stop it. It's disgusting.
So since I met him, I've been fussing. When you gonna do something live on this recording? Because I love his music. I love your music.
Yes, sir.
I love your music. But then you messed me up because I saw him live.
Yeah.
And when you add what he already does, which is bananas, with the band that he has and the stuff they doing, and this dude, he's so cold.
No.
He's literally rapping and playing the bass. I'm like, I don't even understand how you do that. But
man,
listen, I'm excited to hear that.
It's going to be something that people are not expecting from me. It's going to be something that people are not expecting as a sound to come out of Milwaukee.
Yes.
Man, just buckle up, man, and enjoy the ride. That's all I'm gonna say. But that's definitely on the schedule for 2020. Okay. I've been I think I'm gonna do a Christmas song.
Okay.
Yeah. Christmas in the Trap, man. I'm so serious.
I knew it wasn't gonna be Jingle Bells.
No, definitely not. No, Santa comes to town. None of that. It ain't gonna be
Christmas in the Trap.
Christmas in the Trap, man. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I can't wait to hear it because I know it's gonna be fire. fire. Like, I'm gonna laugh when I see the title on the screen though, but I already know it's gonna be fire.
Christmas in the Trap, man. Just wait for it, man. It's gonna be something that you will have to play annually. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna put on the Temptations joint, and then you're gonna play Christmas in the Trap. Yeah.
I'm gonna sandwich that with Santa Claus Go Straight to the Ghetto right after that.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, it's only right. It's only right. And then 2021, I will be doing another installment of Trust the Process Volume 2. And I know we spoke about doing the second installment of the independent film. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to doing that. And I'll just say, music-wise, in 2021, I plan on completely flooding the street, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna flood it. I have the music, you know, and right now God has blessed me to have this momentum. So the worst thing that I can do is not deliver. You know what I'm saying? The best thing I can do is the last thing that my Uncle Tony told me to do before he passed away. He, you know, I carried my uncle to his deathbed, man. He was dying of cancer. And the last thing he told me, because he couldn't walk up the steps, so I physically had to like carry him.
Yeah.
You know. The last thing my Uncle Tony told me to do, he said, man, no matter what, don't stop doing your music. And I don't mean just doing the music. I mean, keep your foot on their neck, man.
Yes.
Yeah. And so that's what I plan on doing. I told him I was gonna do it, and that's what I plan on doing. So 2020 has been incredible. 2021 is gonna be not a next level, but it's gonna be a whole nother dimension, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now tell us before we let you go, you know, where can we find your current music? Where are good spots to catch up with you?
You can look up DH on Spotify, D'_AYCH. You can check out my YouTube channel, is D'_AYCH Music on YouTube. Go subscribe. Stay in tune. Because we are inching up. Oh, that's another thing, Pastor Jay. By the end of 2020, we should be up to 100,000 independent and organic views on YouTube, man. Because we've put out so much content during the course of this year that collectively it's going to be up to about 100,000 by the end of 2020. So go and check out YouTube, because we have more videos for sure that we're going to be, you know, uploading to the channel before the end of the year.
Yeah.
You can also find me on Instagram, DH Music, DAYCH Music. And yeah, I would love to connect with you. Hit me up anytime. If you have any upcoming events, birthday parties, church gatherings,
Christmas parties,
Christmas in the Trap, hello. If you have, I don't care, bar mitzvahs, whatever, baby showers, you call me and we talk business, I'm going to show up, I'm going to turn up. That's what we're going to do.
That's
man.
it.
Yeah, and I appreciate you, Pastor Jim.
Absolutely. Thank you for hanging out.
Thank you.
You all make sure you subscribe to those channels. Check out DH Music. Again, latest album, The Process Continues, the EP.
Yes.
Go check that out. Pick it up. Just go ahead and buy it. And then he's not even asking you for $15. Well, how much is the album?
Like $5, $5.94.
$5.94.
Yeah.
Buy 2 of them. Bless somebody else with the other one.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to be here with you.
Thank you so
proud
much
of
for
you.
everything.
Looking forward to the great things that I know are going to happen.
Yes,
and I
sir.
can't wait for Christmas in the Trap.
Christmas in the Trap. Please look out for that, because it's going to be a banger. Yeah.
All right, y'all. We will catch up with you soon.
All right.
Take care.